On Tuesday, August 11th, 2009, Pat Kelly, a local resident, recorded the effect of a thunderstorm on Cooksville Creek. I am a retired chemist with an interest in nature and a slight bias towards fishing and the restoration of fish habitat. Cooksville Creek runs through the city of Mississauga in Ontario, Canada. It empties into Lake Ontario. It's a smallish creek draining an area of about 50 square kilometers. The creek is famous for its ability to rise very quickly after the smallest rain shower. This video illustrates how scary this flash flooding can be. The first part of the video has been edited and speeded up 18 times. The second part is the unedited version. The watershed is totally urban, with large pavement-covered areas that drain directly into storm sewers. The storm sewers go straight into the creek, and this is the root cause of the wild behavior of Cooksville Creek. There is no storage capability. A consequence of the flash floods is that there is no fish in the creek. There is fish food present in the form of insects under the larger rocks. So fish should be able to survive if the flooding was less severe. Another consequence of flooding is erosion. This has been controlled with concrete and gabions. This means that there is little sediment present. With no sediment, there is little habitat for plants and insects that would help purify the water. Everything is connected through the natural order of things. No sediment for plants, no fish food, no fish. The recording started at 2:19 p.m. and continued for just 101 minutes. The rain started at the beginning of the recording and stopped 40 minutes later. The amount of rain in the rain gauge in my backyard, about 800 meters to the east, amounted to only 13 millimeters. This was a run-of-the-mill storm. We've had much heavier storms in the past. Although the water level rose noticeably within minutes, as you can see, the peak came at 42 minutes. The level receded rapidly at first, then started to come back up at 80 minutes as water from further upstream entered the system. The water level would return to its original level eventually. The intent was to come back a few hours later to record the waning levels, but another shower spoiled that. Knowing the time constants of the waxing and waning flows might help a hydrologist understand the dynamics of the creek. Hang on to something solid so you won't be washed away. The rising water forced me out from under the bridge to the safety of a path leading down to the bridge. I laid a stick across the path to help identify the maximum, and the maximum occurred right about here. What can we do to reduce the flooding and bring back the fish? Something as simple as disconnecting downspouts from storm sewers and allowing the water to seep slowly into the ground through lawns or rain gardens would help. And that is so easy to do. We can lobby the various levels of government to replace pavement with permeable surfaces. What's wrong with good old-fashioned gravel in parking lots? Adding stormwater storage areas would help. To get an idea of the magnitude of the problem, we need to know the volume of water involved. I estimated the flow at the peak to be about 15 cubic meters per second from observing the speed of debris and pacing out the dimensions of the creek bed. A swimming pool-sized basin, 10 meters by 10 meters and 2 meters deep, could be constructed so that it was filled by overflow and had a restricted bottom draw that would allow the basin to drain over a period of hours. Such a basin would fill up in only 13 seconds. A 100 meter by 100 meter basin would stave off the peak for 22 minutes. Evidently, a small lake of storage capacity would be needed to significantly spread out the peak flow.